Hello YouTube, this is Pink Asuna coming to you today with a new Yu-Gi-Oh video, guys. Today I'll be showcasing a new deck profile that I've been working on. I don't think anyone here on YouTube has figured out how to crack Evil Twins quite just yet. So I am going to bring a variant that I am messing with and that actually has been beating meta. I have beaten numerous meta decks. Like I've beaten Eldritch, I've beaten Dragon Link, I've beaten Zodiac, Tribigate, just to name a few guys. So yeah, we'll get to it right now. I'm gonna be showcasing that right now, guys. I do apologize for all this stuff popping up. So yeah, let's get started. And let me show you guys what I mean. So this is a deck profile I'm messing with. I know you guys are gonna like it a lot. 'Cause it's a full-on waifu deck. And it actually works pretty well. So yeah, let's get started with that, and I'll let you know on some of my things. We might get this in the future. Again, I saw this on Dueling Book here. I didn't know that this card was a thing yet, so I'm assuming LCG has it. Before I do start the deck profile, I'm just gonna mention this card right here. This card's actually a pretty good addition, so hopefully we do get it in the actual main set. I'm assuming that's where we should be getting it soon, hopefully. So we don't have this one just yet. I thought it was coming up, but that's why I put it aside. But it looks like it's not on the set. So it looks like we're still gonna be missing this piece, and it looks like we're still gonna be getting support, guys. So yeah, just wanted to show you guys this real quick, just before we got started. Other mentionable, other things that were mentioned, that were honorable, from what I did see, was this card here, two Babas. Baba Barber, whatever his name is. So at the start of each battle phase, you can target one card monster your card points to, banish it until the end phase. So this is kind of like if you just want to push for a game or that kind of stuff. But it doesn't really help that much. I have tried it out and I have messed with it. I just wanted to show because it's just a fiend, so it's just like a Link 2 fiend, but yeah, nothing too great there. Beat Cop, Underworld. It's okay, guys. It did get reprinted on this with this set, but I still don't think this card should be able to fit in here. At least it didn't fit on my variant, so I just put it as a side card. So these two here are just like, yeah, they're just, I guess, placeholders. I guess you could play with B Cop, but not really needed, guys. Oh yeah. Anyways, let's get started. So we are playing triple copies of Twins, Kisil, and Lilia. I think this card's like their boss. This is the boss monster for the deck. At least not counting the extra deck, obviously. Card's really good. Easy to pretty much. It's just to send cards and other things. So this card's very awesome. Let's read it. Cannot be normal summon set. Must be special summon from hand or graveyard by attributing 2 link monsters. So you do have to have the 2 link monsters. Any 2 link monsters will work. That's what I like about it. If this card is special summon, you could activate this effect. If your opponent controls 3 or more cards, they must send cards to the graveyard, so they only could control 2 cards. So if you're playing against, for instance, Dragon Link or decks like to spam their board for turn, so with 5 cards, you could bait them out with the previous cards, try to get them into doing their plays, and then after that you go into this card and you just pretty much go off from there, and you limit their board. That's pretty much what she's used for right now, guys. This card's pretty good. Also, once per turn, while you have a Kisil monster in the graveyard and you have Lilia monster, this card gains 2200, so it becomes a 44 beat stick, guys. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know about that. Easy clapping, with this. We are also playing triple copies of Twin Kisil. So this card's very good. It's a pretty much board extender in a way. Each time an opponent's monster is close to attack, you gain 500 life. If this card is no more special summon, you control no other monsters. You could special summon 1 Lilia monster from hand or deck. So pretty much you summon the counterpart here, and then same thing vice versa with the other one. So they each protect, and then same thing. Your opponent must pay 500 to declare an attack. So I'm assuming they do stack. So if you do have multiples of them, your opponent will have to pay attack, life points to attack you. That is pretty interesting ability. We'll have to see what it does. It could have been, I think, it could have been a little better if they would have, instead of doing life points, they would have done like actual attack of the monster. I think that would have been much more interesting. But if we are pushing for time, this does remind me of like Trick Stars back, like back at their prime, where they had where you had licorice and you just make your opponent, you burn your opponent down. I am trying to figure out a variant with them because I could see some kind of like burn, Trickstar burn version with this. So I will keep you guys posted on that. Currently, I'm still messing with it. So again, I just wanted to bring this out before the new set came out here in US because we still don't have it. I know Europe got it. I know Canada and Ukraine, or all over there, all the European area over there, they did get it already. Lucky for them, I mean. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, um, so yeah, I mean, this card again, this is the counterpart of this. So we had one summons the other, one summons the other, pretty much easy. Link to play here. So yeah, nothing more to say here, just extenders. We are playing one laundry dragon maid. So again, to mill for in case we do want to have them in the graveyard, because when you do get the links, you kind of do want to have them in the graveyard. So this just clears and also gives us some of the dragon maid monsters in the graveyard. That's actually pretty good. We'll get to it right now. We are playing two nurse dragon maids again. This comes up with this because this was sent to the graveyard. Any pretty much anything. Mills top 3. And then nurse will pretty much revive any of the little mates, so any of these girls here, or even the laundry maid, to continue extending, guys. That's why I am playing this at 2. I am playing 2 kitchen dragon mates. Again, this is your pretty much add and then discard kind of card, so it's pretty good for dragon mates. So again, you play 2 of this. Parlor, Foolish Burial, pretty standard. I mean, Chamber Dragon Maid, I am playing 2 copies of this. Again, I will probably eventually drop this down to 1, at least just because I'm only playing this Dragon Maid spell cards, and I'm not playing any of the trap cards. So I do see why people are you might be pursuing to just play the 1. So yeah, I mean, but for now I'm playing 2. Just because this would give you any of the spell or traps for Dragon Maid. So again, it gives you your polymerization or your more summon extenders. Also, I am playing 1 Lorpar, 1 Tin Heck, and 2 Ernest. The Ernest pretty much just, again, special summon, one of the Dragon Maids on the graveyard, level 4 or lower. So again, it's just free special summon. It's a monster reborn pretty much by discarding it. So it's a win-win. That is all for monsters, guys. Currently, I'm playing. I am also playing for spells. I am playing 2 copies of Twin Channel. So this one says when a monster declares an attack, you contribute 1 Keyseal monster or Lilia monster, negate the attack. During the end phase, you can target 1 Keyseal monster or Lilia monster in the graveyard, shuffle it into a deck, or you control a monster, you could add it to your hand instead. So this pretty much replenishes. That's why I want to play it at 2, and it's pretty smart to do so. Also playing 3 copies of Life Twin Home. So pretty much this is a quick spell card. So discard 1 card, special summon one of the other monster from the deck. Also for the rest of this turn, you can special summon monsters from the extra deck except evil twin monsters. So you are locked into that, but it's fine. Again, it just depends. So for this deck, if you don't open up the Dragon Maids or on main phase 2, this is the kind of thing you would do, because that way for the rest of the turn, you're kind of locked into it, but you're fine because you already did all your Dragon Maid effects. So pretty much what I would suggest people doing, I mean, it would be either going for the Dragon Maid engine in the beginning, or if you don't open up enough of the Dragon Maid engine, then you just go with the Life Twins. And you start going off on your opponent, and then the next turn you start going on your Dragon Mates. That way you could kind of go around the lock on it, and that's why I think this version works just fine, guys. This took me a little bit to figure out. I mean, to mess with decks, I've actually tested this deck, like I said on Dueling Book. I've beaten numerous meta decks faced against, and I've even faced actually against some of the decks I've even showcased on here. The only one I did kind of have a little hard struggle with beating, that I couldn't really quite figure out on beating was Granmaju, but that's because there's so many big beaters you could summon, and yeah, I mean, you kind of have to compete with them, so that's why I was kind of having to depend on the Dragon Mates much more than the Evil Twins for that match. But that's why you have your side deck and and everything to build. So when you do get to it, I mean, these are all just placeholders. So maybe the Ash, maybe this 5 right here would probably be like staples on the side deck, but not like this, or obviously not those because we don't have those yet. But yeah, Dragon Maid changeover, just 1 copy. That's all you need. 2 copies of Hospitality, again, to board extender. 2 triple tactics, definitely a really good card to have. Lightning Storm, obviously for in case you go second and your opponent starts going off, and for whatever reason you don't open up your full combo or any combos. This will help you. For traps, 2 copies of Evil Twin Present. So pretty much this thing pretty much just targets 1 monster, one or the other, and 1 face of monster putting controls and switch control. So it's kind of like a what is it? I'm trying to remember what the card's called. Enemy controller in some shape or form. But it's not really enemy controller. I don't know how to put it. I mean, but there's a Yu-Gi-Oh card that already does that. And it's actually could really help you guys, especially if you're like, let's say all you have is just one of the smaller Evil Twins. So whether you have like her or her just sitting there waiting, and your opponent doesn't really think about it, and something like something really beefy or big, you activate this and you pretty much like ruin their day. Or you could target 1 spell and trap your opponent controls, shuffle it into the deck. So if they set something on my phase 2, you can just activate this card and bounce that card back. So pretty much gets rid of a problem card. I mean, so that's why I would play this at 2. 2 copies of Evil Twin Challenge. Pretty much similar thing as the other one. It's a card that comes in handy. So pretty much it, but this one actually may give you a little more versatility because it targets one or the other of the Evil Twins in the graveyard and special summons it, and then apply one of the effects. So immediately after this effect resolves, link summon 1 Evil Twin, a link monster using monsters you control as materials. So this actually does help you a little bit quicker, to get into your bigger plays, your links. So you could either draw a card or you could do additional things depending on what link markers you have on the Evil Twins. So yeah, again, like I said, 2 is fine. And then the last one is Evil Twin GGEC. So it's pretty cool. I like the name of this card too. So yeah, this one again gives you more attack. When this card is activated, destroy cards when feel. So you can pretty much negate an effect. So for instance, let's say your opponent has like a lightning storm, for instance. You activate this card when your opponent has a card effect. That would destroy cards on the field, negate that effect. So this would just pretty much stop lightning storm guys, or any other card like Regeki. I don't know, like there's so many cards out there. I mean, so yeah, I mean that also I think that also even includes monster effects too. So like JD, there's certain matchups. I mean that this will come up. I mean, so it's a pretty good card. So going into the links, we obviously are maxing out on 3 copies of this. So again, all you really need is just 2 monsters, including one the Kisil, so to go into her. This one's by the opposite, so same thing. You only need 1 copy of the other one. One of the other, so it's pretty standard, pretty normal. 1 Phoenix, 1 Unicorn. Again, these are all fiends too, guys. So if you're locked into fiends, because I know that there's some people that were complaining about that, we do have plenty of good fiends out there. So just so you guys do know, we are playing 1 Unchained Abomination, again fiend. So this card's pretty much degenerate by itself already as it is. 1 Blackluster Soldier of Chaos. Again, this is more for like the Dragon Maid kind of engine thing. You just want to have something beefy on the field. That's who you want to go for. 1 IP Masquerena. Again, this will help you go into your unicorn plays much easier if you want. And then for the dragon maids, 2 copies of chateau and 2 copies of house. To round it up, I mean, I didn't really make a side deck like I usually do, guys, just because again it could be personal preference, something like this. Each person is facing different things. I'm just thinking. I just thought about like certain things. So for instance, like on the main deck, main extenders, like things that would happen, like that you do need to play staple stuff is triple tactics stops pretty much gives you 3 really good effects if anything gets interrupted on your plays. And then lightning storm if you go second, and you have no cards in the pretty much you can control all face up cards. You can just activate this. So just really think about what you're doing. It shouldn't be an issue pretty much. So yeah, just so you guys do know. I mean, any other hand traps like that I would add in here? I don't think I would add any other hand traps. I mean, the deck's pretty thin unless you want to go over 40, but I wouldn't really suggest doing that. Just because again you don't want you want to have your ratios there and your things set. There's not really much you could change into this variant, guys. I'm the first one doing this, guys, and I always like to be the first one doing this kind of stuff. That's why I've been messing with it, testing with it. It works it works really good. The only matchups you might actually have trouble with would be maybe with dinosaurs and with Grand Maju. I think those are the only 2 matchups that I've seen a few trouble with, and that's just because the people that actually have played against with them has been pretty much they know what they're doing. So yeah. But they were surprised. I'm happy they didn't give out any information about this deck till I'm doing now. So yeah, just make sure to check it out, guys. Also, guys, if you aren't following on Twitch, make sure to do so, guys. That would really help the channel there. And also, same thing here on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe. That way you can continue. That way you can know when I'm on, and you could see all this amazing deck profiles when I do make them. Because again, I like to make different things. I don't just follow the meta, guys. I also make my own things. I'll probably try to make later on an invoked Magistus variant or a Shadal Magistus. I'll have to see. Later on, so you guys could see that one too, but that would be I still have to pretty much tweak it a little bit, because again I don't like to show unfinished deck list. I like to show pretty much just finished, done, and over with deck list for you guys, so you guys could be up to date. And yeah, once more, guys, just make sure to follow if you not follow, subscribe here on YouTube if you haven't. Other than that, follow me on Twitch, guys. I am pretty much on daily there, so just so you guys do know. And other than that, guys, have a great, amazing day. Hope you like the deck profile. Also, make sure to like too. I mean, that also does show me that you are enjoying the deck profiles I'm posting, guys. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.